a life outside of school. Y'all, I just got out of class. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. She didn't make us stay in there till 4 o'clock. Freaking 5-6 hours on campus is a lot, y'all. It's like I have a life outside of school. So it's 1:58 and she let us out. Typically, it's so crazy because on our syllabus it says we stay until 4. Like we have that lecture class and then we go to lab. But she told us straight up, she was like, look, yeah, I just let you know right now, you're never gonna stay to 4. And she was like, you're not even gonna go to lab all the time for this other class. But the other, as far as technical lab, you know, where we do hands-on and all that, that is most definitely important, and we're gonna most definitely have that every week. But she told us that is not gonna be required of us, and I'm thankful for that because I have so much going on, and then on top of that, I have 5 classes. Like, every little bit helps. So we've been taking syllabus quizzes. Those are due, which honestly and truthfully, I don't understand the reasoning for syllabus quizzes per se, because it's like, if I need to refer to something, I could just go back to it. I guess that's just a way to feel like, you know, or make us, you know, read it. But in reality, if you're giving me so many times to make a 100, I probably didn't read it anyway, you know. So it was unlimited. Like a lot of their quizzes, I guess it's just repetition, and eventually it's like, if you read this, you keep missing it, eventually you'll get it, and eventually you'll remember it. Okay, so we've been taking syllabus quizzes. We already have a test next week on chapters 11 and 12 from the Rad 113 class today. So that test is going to be next week, and you best believe I asked her what the test is going to consist of, how many questions, you know, all the things I feel like could help me. So she told me, she was like, okay, I'm on this interstate, but she was like, in order to pass me, I said, what, how can I went to, I said, how can I study? Can you tell me the best way to study for your test? And she was like, well, the information that's in class, which are the PowerPoint slides, and then the beginning definition, the beginning key terms of the chapters, and she said, of course, reading. And she's like, and you should do good for the most part. And she told me it was going to be 20. I asked her how many questions it was going to be, and then she said it's going to be 20. And so I don't feel too bad, because I can sometimes get test anxiety. And if you hadn't heard, I'm already, well, my doctor, she just basically suggested I take Brucebrone. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. I always kind of mess that name up. She just suggested that I take that before a test, so I won't be so anxious and my heart rate won't be going up before a test. I told her I had that, and I took it for anxiety, you know, back in the day, and it didn't help me. So I don't know. I mean, the only thing I do is try it. But on another note, this Friday coming up, I will be being tested for adult ADHD. It's going to be a 5-hour process. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. All I know is I'm going to pretty much be there all day. I'm just thankful that I'm getting this done before I actually start work. I will be starting a new job, PRN, and I will be making a video on that particular type of jobs I had to look for. So be on the lookout for that, like going to school and trying to work. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, so my first class today was when I say that lady, then she didn't waste no time. Listen, she didn't waste no minutes, no time, no nothing. However you say that saying, listen, that lady, Miss Angie, took the whole 3 hours. Do you hear me? She took the whole 3 hours. And then she was like, and also be prepared because you're going to take a test. We got the next on chapters 1 through 4. So we learned 1 through 2 today in her lecture class. And then we're going to learn we learned chapters 1 and 2 today, and then next week we're going to learn chapters or go over chapters 3 and 4. And she said the best way to study for her test is to read the chapters before we go to her class. You know, highlight and take notes like I normally do during the class while she goes over, you know, the main things that we should look for on the test or quizzes, and to read it again. So she thinks we should read it at least 3 times, or at least familiarize ourselves with it at least 3 times, whether that's engaging with it with her and reading it on the outside of class at least twice. So I don't feel too bad about her test, but then one student, she made it seem as though her tests are a little hard, but I don't know. You know, I don't know. We all learn different, and I just know I'm a student where I've always had test anxiety. I didn't know what that was, and that's an actual thing. You know, some people just have test anxiety. They can study and forget certain things when the day of, but I was like, I don't need that. I don't need that happening right now in my life, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna do everything I need to do to get those grades I need, okay? And yeah, so she took those 3 hours. We had our hour lunch, and then we had our other lecture, which didn't last it didn't even last an hour and a half, and her class was supposed to be the longest. I want to say her class was supposed to be like 4 or 5 hours. I'm happy that I got out early. I don't have to go back to school until next Tuesday. I'm happy how I set it up to where I had a lot of days in between time. So I'll go to school on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, in-person classes. And then Thursday will be my clinical, whatever site I'm set up to go to. So I don't have a clinical tomorrow, so that's my free day. And that will be the day where I do my higher evaluation for my new PRN job. And again, I will tell you about that later. And also Friday, I will have the ADHD. I'm just trying to take care of everything I need to take care of right now. So that way, when I really get into it, you know, I'm gonna be right. Your girl gonna be right, okay? So, and also, Lord, it's out of here. And also, so I'll have Monday and Friday off. So those will be the 2 days that I'll be working. And on weekend, I may find some weekend work and be off on weekend, but I feel like it's a good time to catch up on some stuff, whether that's working out, house cleaning, or whatever. But I may find another job, like another 1-day job, you know, merchandising. I like to do merchandising work, so I'm thinking about that as well. As long as the bills are getting paid, that's all that really matters, okay? If you are interested in learning more about my journey to being a Rad Tech, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am here with the content, and I am welcoming, okay? Hey, new friend. Until next time.